everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays today in a little bit of a different location than we typically are.
New York
Usually,
City.
Yeah, exactly. We're in New York right now. Usually we got all the Blue Jays gear in the background. That's not what this is today, everybody. We are wearing it. We're supporting the boys. Do not get me wrong. We were out there. I got some...
Oh, he's got the Vladdy on his legs. Let me tell you, everyone loved Nick's socks today. People wanted photos of his socks. People were loving it.
Listen, before we even get into anything, I mean, I gotta shout out some New York fans because, like, at the end of the day, I think a lot of Blue Jays fans in general, like, we look at New York fans, especially the Yankees, and, you know, there is a bad sort of just air surrounding them in our brains, you know, the bias that we have. There was some kick-ass New York fans. They were commenting on the Sox. They were talking to us about everything. They were not overtly boasting their W that they did have today, 4-2, too bad. And you know what? They were talking about our team as well. And I honestly thought that we were going to get the fucking smoke and, like, we could potentially fight somebody. But that wasn't the case. So, like, shout out to New York fans. Like, my bias is changing a bit.
Yeah, I wanna shout out because I know I've been a very big victim or a big criticism or critic of New York fan base.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
Yeah, New York fan base. So it's but my mind has changed. You guys are lovely people. We sat next to some guys and a family, and there's lovely people. Great community. They welcomed us with open arms, and we were able to cheer. We were able to cheer. They were able to cheer. They weren't gloating. They weren't rubbing in the face. Very good people. So shout out New York.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They were definitely pretty cool. But there could have been some testy moments, especially when Alek, Manoah, and Gerrit Cole potentially fought. We are going to get to that at some point in this show. First things first, we do need to break down basically what happened in this past series this past week. We lost, and then we won, and then we lost again, and that was the week basically. Two L's, 4 W's, really fucking kick ass, and then an L to finish it off here. Baltimore L's. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Obviously not ideal. You don't want to be losing series to a close competitor like that. We do still have 3 games on them in the wild card, I believe. But still, the offense was not really there for most of that Baltimore series. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it was a series that we could have grabbed 2 there, and we didn't, especially when we had the good pitching to back it up. You know, we had Stripling, we had Manoah in that series, and we didn't back it up. But, you know, it is what it is. The boys were getting through a cold streak a little bit. But the positive note is that we're starting to come out of it. And we've seen this team throughout the entire season go through very cold streaks, very hot streaks, very cold streaks. And that's a sign of a young team. And that's what I was telling the New York fans. Their team, they're getting very upset right now because obviously they're going through a big cold streak. But they're an experienced ball club, and they're going through injuries. They're going through the middle of the dog days of summer. So it's kind of expected you'll go through a cold streak. But for us, it's youth, and we saw a bit of that, but now we're starting to see the other side of it, which is the upside of everybody doing well in New York. But what are your thoughts on Baltimore before we go over to New York series?
No, I think you nailed the head on it right there pretty well. Like, there's a lot of youth involved. Consistency is key. And also, too, like, GG to Baltimore. Like, Baltimore is a better squad now than they've ever been, or not ever been, but, like, in the last 5 years or so, like, definitely the best team that they fielded for quite a while. So, like, they're not an easy dub anymore. It's not a guaranteed anything for us. So we got to play hard, and we didn't really do that. Speaking about youth and all that ridiculous shit that we got to, like, kind of break out of, today, when we did lose this game, I saw a little bit of that come out as far as defensive errors goes. Like, Lourdes made a bad...
that was a bad throw.
Bad throw. And, I mean, he's kind of middle of his career, so you can't really blame youth. That was just fucking bad.
Yeah, there was no play to be had.
Yeah, no play to be had.
Here's the thing. With that play, there was no play to be had. It was thrown away. Runner goes and scores. Runner advances second. Nothing else happens from that inning, but it was just poor decision. But you were going to go over to Bo Bichette. Now,
I was going to go over to Bo.
It wasn't recorded as an error.
No.
But it was just a hot shot at him. He wasn't able to scoop it because he kind of kept it on the side of his body.
We did some weird shit where it's like, he was gonna look really cool. Where it's like when you scooped it, and it's like, oh, bam, like I'm elite right now, but you didn't. So then instead of looking really, really cool, you did the complete polar opposite, which was like you looked really, really freaking dumb. Whereas all you had to do was that, you know,
get your body in front.
Get your body in front. Boom, like I don't care if that's off the chest, you know, it's just like boom, like here it is. It's like damn, it's on the ground.
And that scored a run. That scored a run. And those were 2 runs given up by the team that we could have let We could have saved. We could have. It would have been a tie game. Now the Yankees did give us a run. Now you were getting a beer when this happened.
Oh yeah.
But that double turn home run where it bounced off top of the wall, comes back. Aaron Hicks goes up to try and catch it, but instead of catching it, he pushes it over the fence for a Whit Merrifield home run to tie the game. I think it was in the second inning. That was crazy. I've never seen that before, but that's going to be on Blooper Reels for quite some time.
Yeah. And guys, the boos are real when it comes to Aaron Hicks,
God.
man. Like, it's not good and for Aaron Hicks now.
Bro, that is something that I am shocked about with Yankees. Maybe I'm not shocked, actually.
No, I'm not shocked.
But, like, they will boo their own team to no extent. Like, they hate Aaron Hicks.
Oh, Aaron
Hicks.
They
let him know.
No, yeah, Aaron Hicks does not belong on this team anymore.
I wouldn't want to play in New York if I'm Aaron Hicks. Mm-hmm. Everyone hates me. Everyone hates me, and I suck. So I wouldn't want to play anymore.
No. You can't possibly play anymore if you're Aaron Hicks. Like, and I'll be honest, like, he has been absolutely sucking so far this season. He had some horrible ABs today, and like that thing where he pushed it over the side, like.
That was horrible. That was a nail in the coffin.
But like you were bad at baseball.
Yeah.
Moving forward as far as back, so we did absolutely what we needed to do there and got 3 W's. So I'm still happy about it. Sucks that we ended on a sour note with the loss, but like whatever.
Yeah,
dude.
we predicted last week that we'd go 4-3. We went 4-3, not in the way that we thought. We thought we'd take Baltimore and split Yankees, but hey, we got 4 W's. That's all that matters. We're 2.5 games up now from the wild card.
Yes,
and it's beautiful. And I love it, guys. Now, talking about today's game, there was an incident, and we actually got a question from Jet from our Instagram message to us being like, what did you think about the whole Alek Manoah and throwing at Aaron Judge and then Gerrit Cole coming from the dugout yelling? So for those who missed it, we had Alek Manoah first pitch to Judge in an RBI situation, plunks him. Now, from where we were sitting, it might have been a 2-seamer, might have been a heater, just up and in. That Alek Manoah hits people, right?
Yes.
He constantly does all season long. He's one of the leaders in baseball. And he hits Aaron Judge. Judge drops his... He does stare down Manoah a bit. Manoah slowly starts walking towards Judge. He drops his bat. He starts walking towards first, and then there some barking starts to happen from the dugout, from the Yankees dugout. Judge looks over, puts his hand up like, no, it's not about that. Manoah's like walking over Judge talking to him. But then there was a moment afterwards where Judge and Manoah dabbed up. They were cool. Like, they were totally cool. Like, it wasn't totally unintentional, but Cole was barking.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, Cole and like a few of the other Yankees, but especially Gerrit Cole, were not happy about that. I don't know, maybe he saw something that, like, we didn't see, or he thought it was something that it wasn't. Maybe there was some sort of inside thing that's just, like, us as fans are not privy to that we don't know about, right?
Yeah.
But based on the situation, I think it was a bit of an overreaction from Gerrit Cole. Like, I do understand, though, in the sense where it's like somebody plunks Vladdy first pitch. Like, that's our star player.
Right.
That's our guy. Like,
protect him.
You know, exactly. Like, we basically, like, we just can't have you doing that more. So I just need to come in, like, just for the sake of protecting our player and helping our playoff chances. I just have to, like, be an asshole right now and, like, you know, get in your face and whatnot. And, like, who knows? Maybe that was also part of the strategy there to, like, kind of invigorate Yankee fans and also get in Manoah's head. That's part of the game.
Maybe it's coming up. They've been so frustrated with the game, and that's kind of all part of it. They're trying to win, and they hit your star player. It's like, well, what, you know, don't do us like that.
Exactly. You know?
So I get it.
And like Gerrit Cole too, a bit of a veteran. You know, he understands. Hey, maybe this situation right now where it's like, I know that if I was a starting pitcher, it would be more difficult for me if I had other people barking at me right now. Like, I'm gonna help my team out by like getting in this guy's face and like being. So you know what? Honestly, like if you're doing that, like I hate that as a Blue Jays fan, but I also understand it from a strategic sense. So it is what it is. Bit of an overreaction though, as far as I don't think there was any like bad blood between Judge or Manoah or anything.
Well, there might be some bad blood developing between Cole and Alek Manoah because Alek Manoah post game. I don't know the exact question, but he was asked generally about what he thought about Gerrit Cole's reaction, and again, he said if Gerrit Cole wants to act upon what he's saying, he can come past the Audi sign, which I believe is the advertisement on the dugout. Yeah,
basically
so
saying
come
like,
out and talk to me.
You come out a little bit further.
Let's go.
Like,
you want to talk?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
come out on the field.
We will fuck.
And you know what? That's why I love Alek Manoah. Like, again, it was all unintentional, But Alek Manoah's, he's a fiery guy. But if someone's going to chirp him and call him out for shit that he's not, like, purposely intending to hurt people, then come out here and let's talk if you have a problem with me. And I love Alek.
Bro, I think that, like, don't get me wrong, I think that Gerrit's an athlete. Like, I think that Gerrit's probably got a lot of fire in him as well. But, like, I do think that Manoah, like, as far as, like, hand-to-hand, combat, it's just, like, Manoah's got the weight.
Dominant.
Like, Manoah's just got the weight,
He's
the
got
body.
the size, the weight, everything. I mean, right now, Aaron in the chat saying Cole would get worked over by Manoah, LMAO, and that is facts. Alek Manoah's a big dude. We saw it today.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Big
It's
dude.
like, I definitely think that Cole could hold his own. Like, he's not going to be any pushover or anything. Like, you put up a fight for sure. But I don't know, man. Like, if I had to bet my life on anybody right there, like, I feel like I got to go Alek Manoah. Like, it feels like he's just got the fucking, like just a little bit more power behind that.
He's young, he's feisty, and he's powerful. I love him. So that's our thoughts about that. That doesn't mean anything but Cole. I'm down for a scrap. You versus Alek in the offseason. Let's go, UFC.
Yeah,
let's go to the
honestly,
octagon.
dude, like, again, like, maybe I should make a video, like who wins.
Dude, that'd be a funny... You want more fight videos? That's a perfect one right there.
Fight video right there.
Perfect
it's like
one right
Cole
there.
versus fucking
Alek.
Manoah.
Gotta go Alek.
Ring,
Yo, guys, toss your thoughts in the comments down below. What you think? Who do you think is going to win in a fight? Alek versus Cole. We'll conclude it in the video.
Yeah, 1,000%, dude.
So with all that being said, I have a lot of stats here that I whipped up this morning, but the offense this week wasn't overly impressive. They were good. No one really stood out in any sense. I mean, the only guy that really stood out was Kirk. He went 7 for 22 this week with 6 RBIs and 1 run scored. But the 6 RBIs leads the team in that sense. He actually tied Vladdy, who also had 6 RBIs.
Vladdy also had 3 homers,
Vladdy had 3 homers. That's a big standout
but
for
also,
Vladdy.
too, I do need to comment on something that really fucking pissed me off today.
Had my dad going, too. Had my dad going.
This really pissed me off, everybody. So we're at the game. We get to see this. Some of you guys might not have seen this on the broadcast. I don't know. Bases juice situation. I forget what inning it was, like 6th or 7th or something like that.
Tie game, I think it was, too.
Tie game, exact. Tie game, 2 outs, bases juiced. Guerrero gets a pitch, grounds it. It goes to the shortstop or third base, I forget. Shortstop. Understandably so. He's frustrated, whatever. But the shortstop guy, he bobbles that thing. It drops to the ground again. He's got to pick it up and whip it back to first base. And in that time period to which he could have caught it and bobbled it and fucked up and then threw it over, if somebody was gunning it from home plate, they very likely could have made that, which also would have scored a run, and who knows what could happen after that because Kirk comes up, right?
Yeah.
Guerrero did not do that. He was, getting pissed off, doing his fucking thing, walking out of the box.
He was carrying his bat.
Not even, being part of the play anymore. And then the second that he saw that the guy, like, holy shit, like, fucked it up, then he started sprinting. But obviously by that point it was way too late, and he gave the guy a chance. So I just want to say, like, when we talk about youth, when we talk about getting pissed off, like, that's something for me that's just completely inexcusable. You have to run out of the thing, and especially in a bases-juiced, tied game situation, 99% of the time that's going to be an out like it was. But that 1 out of 100 times, it's like, come on, dude. You have to.
In my mind, look, unless you're injury prone like George Springer, I understand if he doesn't run it out because he's being told not to. But if you're a young player and you're getting paid and you're trying to you're trying to prove yourself in the league as a valuable player to get paid, and you're not putting in the work to try and turn your batting average from a 297 to a 305 with those extra efforts, that's valuable to me. That's valuable to me,
100%.
and you're not doing it, and especially in a situation like that. So that was a bit upsetting, and I saw Vladdy's body language too for us. The game reflected that, so it was a bit upsetting.
And and I think that's a bit of a statement to Vladdy's talent overall. It's like he is so talented that sometimes I feel like he doesn't think that he needs to do that shit. Whereas I guarantee, if that was Santiago Espinal, he would have made it.
Oh, Espinal.
Because Espinal would have dropped that fucking bat, and he would have annihilated it to first base, praying to God that he makes a play somehow. And because that's the difference, right? You have to work the whole time to get there. Not saying that Vladdy does not have to work. He works very, very hard. But it just feels like sometimes with a different mindset of being that young and that superstar-like, sometimes it feels like you do that.
You see it with Bo, too. Both of them, they straight up, when they get frustrated, they beat themselves up. When it's like, look, it's not about you. We're trying to sweep the Yankees right now. It's about the team.
For those hockey fans out there, I felt like Austin Matthews is kind of like that a lot of the time too.
Yeah, for a lot of time while he was playing with the probably before this year, because this year he decided I'm going to be elite.
Well, because he's been in the league long enough. He's a better player at this point, But it's like when he's younger, super elite. It's the same thing with Vladdy right now. It's like you're so elite, you're so young. It's like you see these fucking Disney kids, right? It's like they get superstardom when they're too young. Yeah. It goes to their brains.
Yeah, like
they don't understand.
Like Austin early in his career wasn't a two-way player for those hockey fans. Like he couldn't play both ends of the ice because he's like, oh, I'm just a scorer. I just score. I can do whatever. But then he figured it out in this last year. He's a two-way player. Yeah. But I want Vlad to be that kind of guy.
Well, me too, yeah. At the end, either way, like, just to boil it all down, very disappointed in that effort there. I hope that Vladdy, just something like, enough of these times will happen where you learn your lesson and you start gunning that shit out, because who knows what could have happened. Maybe we end up winning that game had you done that.
Yeah.
But with all of that being said, the week in review, that's kind of everything that went down. There were some good contributors. Kirk, Vladdy did have the 3 home runs. They did not win the most coveted of awards. We have to announce the most coveted of awards, which is the J of the Week.
Yes! Yes, the J of the Week, Nick. Thank you for bringing that up. So, yes, it wasn't any offensive player. Offense was okay this week. They were okay. Hey, they were okay. But we had some good pitching performances. Stripling, honorable mention. Stripling, honorable mention, having a perfect game into the 6th. He was this close. He was this close, definitely, to getting the coveted of awards. But this week is going to go to Mr. Kevin Gausman. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Where's my sound effects? Don't have them because we're in New York.
Yeah.
But Kevin Gausman wins it this week, guys, because he goes 7 innings pitched with 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, and no earned runs. So it was very. We needed it. We needed to shut down the Yankees, and we did, and we got a good performance out of him. But honestly, Stripling was this close, just so close. It was the perfect. That was so amazing.
Yeah. He almost had a perfect game for a while there, and then it sadly did not continue. But either way, Kevin Gausman's phenomenal. Just happier and happier with that signing as time goes on. So that's really cool. This next week, we got Boston, and then we have. Who do we have?
Yeah, so I got it right here, folks. So this week we're not going to do a power rankings because, again, we're in New York City. We're not going to be cutting clips. We're going to be back on Wednesday, Thursday for you guys.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. But this week, yes, we do have an off day Monday. But we do have, let me just stop this audio here. Beep. Come in. Beep. There we go. We got Boston Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right. And the pitching matchups for that, Boston, still to be decided. But if I'm going to scan my brain right now, I guess that would be, if Manoah just went today, that would be Strippy? Would that be Strippy? We're going to find out. Let me look back. Sorry, folks. We're also just being very casual right here.
Yeah, it might be Stripling, yeah.
It might be Strippy.
Yes,
it's
Stripling.
Yeah. It's Strippy. We're going to have Strippy going on Tuesday, and then we're going to have Barrios as well on Wednesday. And then we're going to have Mr. No, not Mitch White, Gausman on the Thursday for Boston series. Now, I don't have here who Boston has because they haven't even announced yet.
Whatever,
but we know what Boston is. So we got Stripling, who's our number 3, Gausman, who was our number 2, and then we got Barrios, who had a good outing against New York. So
I'm not going to put too much weight into that, but yeah.
But what do you think? What are your predictions for that series?
That seems like we should, even though we're on the road, win 2 of those.
I think so, too.
I don't know exactly which 2. Wouldn't be shocked if we saw, one of Stripling or Gausman get blown up. Sometimes it just fucking happens. Wouldn't be shocked if Barrios does it again. That happens all the time. But I mean, like a 2 W's in that, I would be pleased with. You're on the road. Boston again. They're still a 500 team, so that's still good. They're still W's, good. It's like they're not an easy, complete guarantee W. So.
But I do feel like this is the momentum. Like I said, earlier in the show. It is cold, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot. It feels like we're entering the next hot streak.
You hope so.
With this impact in New York again, So, I feel like we're going to dominate. It's going to be 2. We're going to take 2 from them. And then we got LA for Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Angels, not Dodgers.
Yeah, the Angels. Man, I wish we faced the Dodgers. And next year we're going to face the Dodgers.
No, you don't.
I want to just face them because it's...
No.
Yeah.
It's L's, dude.
But we face New York.
But New York's not L's. Like, L.A. is L's.
L.A. Dodgers?
Yes.
You never know.
No, I'm pretty sure.
We don't know. We haven't faced them.
Dude, I look at their last 10, and it's 9-1, 8-2, 9-1, 8-2. Like, it's always that shit, dude. What is it right now?
Right now, it is 7-3.
Oh,
so
wow, yeah.
We're 5-5.
They're cold.
They're cold right now.
Holy
But
crap.
we got the Angels coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back at the Rogers Center, and based off of our current rotation, we would have Mitch White. Then we should have out Manoah going again.
Manoah, and then it's be back to Stripling.
And then be back to Stripling. So I do like that a lot, and I think I'm going to say right now, I think we got to take 2 there.
2 there, and we're back at Rogers Center at that point, right? So
at least, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that should also be a 2 sort of situation. I don't really see. Well, I absolutely see a way possible where we lose 2, but that should be 2.
Yeah.
In which case, that would mean a 4-2 week, which would be really nice.
Yeah, it would be very nice.
Really nice. We just go 4-3, 4-2 though. Hey, that's even a little bit better.
Yeah, 4-2 easy. Could be even a 5-1 if we really want to get fancy with it and go on a big run.
It also could be a 1-5 if we really want to get.
Oh no!
It's possible.
No! All right, guys. So we're gonna go to our last segment here, and I might misclick here because again, this is a new laptop that I haven't worked with before. But guys, it's time to spin the wheel.
Spinning, fortune, baseball, colorful, future determining, stat analyzing, and it's a wheel that we spin every week.
Yes, it's time to spin the wheel that we have normally on the wheel. So, but before we do spin it, Nick, do we want to discuss what happened?
We ended up splitting last. For those of you who are like keeping track, we ended up splitting last week's segments. Basically, oh shit, there you go.
Why is it doing this?
Future determining.
Excuse me.
Analyzing.
Stop it.
Bye.
All right. We split it. Either way, it's 26-22. I didn't need to go over too much there. Biggio didn't suck enough because he didn't play enough.
Yeah.
Guerrero was hot with the home runs.
I had the homers, yeah.
And T.O. was a little bit better than Bo Bichette when it comes to RBIs. So there you go.
Yeah.
1-1. I need to pick up a little bit of ground though because baseball is running out. So hopefully this is the week, but it is your week to spin it. So
it is my week. Let's
get
it. Woo! Look how fun this is. Boop 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 boop. Oh, it always had to be K per 9. Okay, K per 9. Well, look at that. We have a winner. That's a fun little thing.
K per 9. Woohoo!
Let's hopefully it doesn't switch back. Okay, we're good.
What do you want?
Oh, this audio is annoying. We're going to turn off the audio here, folks, because the settings are all weird. But K per 9, I would like to go... You know what? This is so tough. You can go first. You can go first.
Yeah, I figured that you'd do that.
Yeah.
Well, Stripling doesn't K people. Gosman is shoddy with it. Barrios was a K machine last time. Barrios was a K machine last time.
He got 9.
He got 9, eh?
2/3,
yeah. All right, that's pretty good. We have to pick starters.
Yep.
Manoah, God only knows with him. He's
pretty even with it.
I'll pick Barrios.
All right, Barrios, that seems like the right pick to do.
Barrios is the K guy. Let's do it, everybody. Let's rock with some Barrios.
All right, and then for moi, I gotta go with Gosman. Gosman's like, actually, you know what's funny? I didn't know this until Apple TV brought it up, but apparently he's top 10 in baseball and top 10 percentile in strikeouts per 9. So yeah, right?
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but apparently he is. So okay.
All right.
So I'll take him here.
Okay.
I'll take him here. All right, back to the wheel we go, everybody. Let me just make sure this audio's off. Great. Back to the wheel we go. No more annoying little interruptions.
Yeah, give me the wheel.
Boing. Let's get it.
All right, give
now
me something I can
picking.
work with. Give me
I'm
something
picking,
I can work with.
OPS! Okay, guys, we have said this before in the show. We have never had OPS get picked. Or average. And now we've got it. Maybe it's the weight of the wheel or something. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, it's pretty even, so...
I don't
know, whatever.
Who knows? But OPS, I'm going to pick. So, all right, folks, just going to get it up here. Who are some guys that would be good for OPS? I mean, we all know the guys. There's Vladdy. George is injured, so we can't really trust him. Chapman would be a play. T.O. would be a good option. But I gotta go with the guy who has the highest OPS other than... Yeah, I think he has the highest OPS in the team now. Now that Kirk's been kind of slumping, and that would be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So Vladdy it is.
Fair enough. Vlad's pretty damn good.
Yep.
That's reasonable.
Kirk is hot now, so that's always an option.
Yeah, I mean, I think that... See, the problem with OPS is, like, you almost want to be... Yeah, you almost be forced to pick a guy who does home runs. Kirk doesn't really do that as much.
Yeah.
But
he's got to go off.
Yeah.
He does get on base, though. It's part of OPS.
Does get on base. Pretty good. Alright. I will... I guess Kirk. Yeah, I guess I'll pick Kirk.
Gotta go Kirk. You never know.
You never know.
Never know.
Who go? Yeah, I mean, he's fucking good at baseball.
He's good. He's got the second highest OPS on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it doesn't always have to be slugging. Alright, there she is. Alright, let's get it. Number 3 on the wheel. Come on. Oh, and look at that. The other category we don't ever get on this show. Oh, wait. Oh, dang it. I wanted average, but home runs are fun. And you know what? Because of that, I am going to go first, and I am going to double down here, folks. I got to go with my boy Vlad. He hit 3 this week. I got to double down.
Fair enough, man. Fair enoff. Yep. See, I hate it when this shit happens, because now it's like, it feels like I should have doubled down on, a home run hitter, which was what I was thinking it was doing for, OPS anyways, which I didn't end up doing, but, because I can't really be picking Kirk for home runs. I don't think that he's not really the man for that.
Honestly, based on so far, like, Chapman's not a bad option, because he's good for, like, 1 a week.
Yeah.
1 or 2 a week. T.O.'s good for, like, maybe 1 or 2 a week. So...
Yeah, I think that T.O. is probably the choice here for me, everybody. I think that I have to go T.O. Oscar Hernandez.
Right,
there he is. He's locked up.
We perfectly already had it, and then you type it in at all.
All right, there's
folks.
The wheel, everybody.
That's
Barrios, Kirk Hernandez, Gosman, Vladdy. Interesting.
I love it. I love my boy Vlad. Y'all know that. So going hard with the Vlad. The Caper 9 can really go anyway, but Barrios, I feel like it's a strong choice. That's why we all went first and second, and that's what it reflects. So guys, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about what we talked about today, especially with this series in this last game in New York with that huge conflict between Gerrit Cole and Alek Manoah. So let us know what your thoughts, whether that's going to be a big issue, maybe coming in the playoffs, we miss a little bit of extra energy and heat in there.
Could be something. They might even match up against one another. Who knows?
Who knows?
Possible.
So let us know in the comments down below, guys.
Yeah, please also use the code TODAYJs for Betstamp. You'll get some sweet deals and discounts. In fact, it'll be so discounted, it'll be free.
It's literally free.
That'd be really cool for all of us if we did that. We're going to go out and drink and walk around New York and get some food. I'm so hungry right now.
I'm starving, so
I have to get some food. Thank you so much for watching.
And
go Jays, go!
Let's go!